All right, guys, we just wanted to take a few minutes and just talk about the recent market data stats. This is the good stuff. If you're looking to buy, sell, invest in real estate in Alachua County area, we're going to go over some key highlights of things that have happened just this past month in December,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, and we love shooting these videos because so many of you ask questions individually. So this is a way for us to just kind of give you an overview every month of what's going on in the market to help you navigate your decisions in buying, selling, or building wealth.
So the first thing that we noticed last year, we're going to talk about closed sales. So the closed sales from December 2022 compared to 21 the year before, it was down 26%.
That's huge. So if I'm a buyer, hearing that closed sales are down 26%, what does that really mean for me?
Well, for you, if you're buying, well, here's the good news. There's less people buying against you, right? So less competition when you're going to buy homes. We went through a recent period about a year ago where we were getting 30, 40 offers on the house, right? And everybody's losing houses out left and right. So people were getting very frustrated.
Right.
But now there's less competition in the marketplace.
That's not today. So that's also important. If you're a seller, you need to know that as well, because that has an implication for you too, right?
Absolutely, yeah. If you're selling your house right now, just know there's not as many people fighting for your house, but the good news is, and we'll see a little bit as we get down this list a little bit, that the inventory still is short compared to the amount of people that's coming in. So we got to be very cognizant. You can't just ask anything you want anymore. You have to be very reasonable. Do a very, very thorough market study to realize how much somebody would be willing to pay for your house right now.
Yeah. So another thing that we were just talking about that we're seeing, because a lot of buyers, we hear many of you tell us that, I'm just going to wait, because the prices are coming down. But there's some important things right now. One, you just mentioned one, there's not as much competition. We've seen interest rates, are still
good
below where they've been on average historically. But also specifically I'm waiting on the prices to drop and fall to record lows. Our median sales prices
increased.
Yeah.
Median sales price increased by almost 8%, right, in December year over year. So if you're waiting for prices to come down, might not be the best strategy right now, because really you want to consider, if you're buying a house right now, what can you afford for the current interest rates? If we can find you a property that's in your zone, probably a good idea to do that right now.
Yeah, that's really a good thing. And that's an important mindset for people to have, is you don't have to be in the dream home for the first home.
That's right.
Just get in. Right? And
just get in. Real estate, real estate always goes up eventually. So even if there's dips in the market and things like that, it's going to go up eventually. But right now, because of the inventory, we're just going to jump down there real quick. We have our inventory has increased in December from 305 houses that were on the market last year, December, to 508 houses. But understand, our market in Gainesville, we need to have more like 1,500 houses to stabilize the market. So we're still well below the amount of inventory that we need to create a balanced market. So it's still a strong seller's market.
Yeah, that's good. So that's one thing. I hope you guys picked up on that too, because we often hear about months supply of inventory. And a lot of people hear these different numbers, 2 months, 3 months, when is it actually balanced? When does that shift start to happen? So Craig just mentioned we need about 1,500 homes, and we're currently at 500.
So still a shortage of inventory. About 5 to 7 months of supply would balance the market out quite a bit. But right now we're just not there yet. We only had 2 months supply of inventory right now. So the other thing that we picked out here was the median time to contract. So there was a 40% increase. So from the time the house goes on the market, median time to close. So from the time the house goes on the market until the time the house actually sells, it went up 40% from 64 days to 90 days. So what that means is we basically have homes that take longer to sell. We've seen a lot of homes fall apart. They go into contract, and because things have been missed, things fall apart, homes come back on the market again. So you got to really make sure that whoever you're using to help you sell a house, that you got somebody that knows what they're doing, that can anticipate things that could go wrong before they happen.
That's good. So definitely, guys, long story short, there's so much more that we can give you. And please reach out to us if you do have more questions. But Craig, he just touched on an important piece, that who you have does make a difference, because for Team Dynamo, one thing I will say is all of these numbers, or a lot of them, they do look a little bit different. So we are able to influence, and beat the average based on who you're working with. So we would love to help you buy, sell, build wealth in whatever way we can. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us.
Thank you.
All right.